Ever since the beginning of Gold Pass Clash, which has been what, 2.5 months now, I've been getting tons of comment questions about history of the game, history of the channel, all kinds of stuff. And so I decided, you know what? Let's answer all of those questions all in one big video with the number one guy that I guarantee you knows these answers probably better than I do. His name, and you guys are probably very familiar with him, is Armchair General. He's been in my clan forever. We call him ACG, and he's on the line right now. What's up, my dude?
What is happening, Klaus? Good to talk to you, my friend.
It's good to hear your voice, bro. We've obviously chatted quite a bit, but it's been a while.
It has been.
Bro, you've been a rock, I'm telling you. By the way, guys, let me bounce into the iPad scene here so that you guys can enjoy some like maybe war replays or something while we talk. So yeah, you've been a rock on the channel, bro. You've been around forever. I started the channel in November of 2015, and I think you subscribed in like December of 2015, or maybe like January of 16. Like it was fast. So, and my dates may be off, but you've been around forever. So I guess the first question I want to ask you is like, what are your impressions on Clash, like as a game, like from where we've been to where we are and where we're going, like brain dump.
Oh my goodness. Well, progression wise, I think the game has gone through some like really excellent changes. You and I were talking earlier about, when we first started, and back in the days of Let's Plays and your Let's Plays, and everybody was trying to figure out, okay, how do I get loot fast? How do I get Dark Elixir fast, to keep progressing? And it was something that you had to be diligent about then. Like, if not, for me personally, it was like boost every night or at least every other night, right? And it's very difficult to do, especially nowadays with just, the natural cycles of real life.
Right.
And so, first it was clan games, right? And that added a few things. And then
that was a big deal, bro.
Clan games, a big deal
because that was like magic items and giving them for free. I mean, that was like when Supercell did that. Oh man, medals. I love me some medals.
I know, right? And when correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like when it first came out, you could like spam the hammers.
Oh yeah.
And then they changed it and they were like, nope, 7-day cooldown. And everybody's like, oh, getting angry. But you sort of see their side of it too. For the player, I think the changes have been great as far as, armies not costing elixir anymore or dark elixir. It really helps you progress faster. But then the challenge comes with the higher town hall levels, because then things slow way back down again.
Right. Way worse than ever. Like, you were telling me earlier, it's like some of the Town Hall 15 upgrades, which I haven't been on my 15 really since the beginning of the year. They're like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
It is dumb.
I'm sorry.
And it's
just dumb.
And it's a struggle. It's a struggle to stay motivated and not buy like the gold pass or spend money, which I have been very diligent about not doing. I do buy the gold pass every once in a while for my main account. To catch up my second account, I do buy it every month. And, it's almost now like if you want that sense of accomplishment at the higher town hall levels, you kind of have to do that.
Right. Yeah. Everything's so slow. You got to knock off 20% of your time and make everything cheaper and everything. But other than that, yeah, you're going to be in slow mo. You're going to be snails are going to be passing you. That's how it feels.
Yeah, it's true.
So with that, kind of like in retrospect of, hey, things used to be so much harder. I used to have the boost every night. And by the way, my wife knew what boost meant. I was like,
Right,
I'm sitting there
exactly.
boosting and she's like, hey, can you take the trash out? I'm like, boost. And she's like, oh, okay. I got to wait a few minutes, maybe. So
Yeah.
she knew. And now the other day she asked me, like, you never mentioned boosting. Like, what's going on? I'm like, well, I just don't. I don't have to. It's great.
Right.
But so with that in mind, like, where do you think we're going in Clash? Like, seeing the trend, understanding, getting into the mind of Supercell and the player base, like, do you think things are going to continue to get worse? Like, as far as maybe how easy the game is at the beginning, and worse as in longer upgrades whenever they decide to come out with more content.
Well, I think they don't have a choice but to continue with the longer upgrades at the higher town hall levels. And so my gut says that we are going to be seeing more changes with clan capital and with builder base. Right? Because those are two, well, clan capital is brand new. And let's face it, like right now, most of what people use those medals for are loot and to stock their own CCs because, perhaps nobody, a clanmate's not online or whatever to fill your request.
Right. Yeah.
Because I look at some of those and I go, well, I'm not going to spend 3,000 of these medals for a clan capital house upgrade or whatever,
Right.
So
I've never even
I,
been tempted by that, to be
yeah,
honest
I
with you.
haven't either. I haven't either. It's like, okay, do I want stone or it doesn't matter.
Nope.
So really, I think that is going to help both us as players and Supercell as a game developer, right? Because if they just focus on adding additional town hall levels, people like me that have been playing for a very long time get burned out fast. And
Right.
as excited as I get about a new town hall, the reality also sets in really quick about, oh my, these upgrades are going to take forever.
Mm-hmm.
So the question becomes, okay, well, how do we occupy the players while those upgrades are going on? And, just the short answer is their only option is builder base, which is getting a revamp,
Mm-hmm.
and then to develop more um, maybe tasks or whatever along with the clan capital.
Yeah. Yeah. And that'll open up a lot of opportunities too. They came out with Builder Base and everyone was all hyped up and it was supposed to be massive, and then everyone was like, oh man, I don't like this. Well,
Yeah,
a lot of people were like that. I was like that. I was like, nah,
yeah,
not really a fan of this. And then it was like, hey, by the way, sixth builder. It's like, okay, fine, I'll play it. and then,
right,
and then
yeah.
and then now Clan Capital, right? We're supposed to all build bases together. It's like, I just want medals, man. Like, let me throw some graveyard spells out there and
Exactly.
get some medals. Like, we tend to want so much and then we get lazy. That seems to be the case for me anyway.
It's true. Well, and I think most of us that way. And I've heard many people say, builder base is a glorified gem mine, and the sixth builder. That's pretty much just it.
Right.
People are engaged enough to get their gem mine up to the highest level, and then get their sixth builder, and that's that.
And then they quit. Yep. 100%.
And then it just sits over there. And I fear clan capital could become the same. At least initially. So that's why I'm saying that's going to be two opportunities for them to develop. Because right now, as you mentioned earlier, you pretty much spam your army, spam the graveyard spells, collect your medals, and move on.
Mm-hmm.
And that gets old really fast. That's pretty much how I played Builder Base.
Right. Right.
Spam the army, hope I win, start my upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's some real potential there. And I'll be interested to see how they develop that specifically as clan capital, and then see what these new changes are going to be with builder base.
Absolutely. And I regret to inform, I know what the changes are, but I'm not allowed to say. So
Sure, yeah.
I can't add anything to that conversation.
Well, you have the inside scoop.
I'll just say this. I'm excited about the changes.
I think a lot of people are. I am. I am as well, just to see what they finally decided to do.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the sneak peek was interesting, and at the same time, I was kind of like, I don't know about that whole special ability thing with troops, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see, because I think there was some good feedback, at least from what I saw on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be interesting to see what they do with that feedback and what the final product is going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we have a lot to look forward to. And I'm glad that Supercell has the outlet to, get away from certain aspects of the game so they can come back to it later fresh. Like before, when it was just the main village, that was all they had, So I think that we have a bright future ahead of us, or everybody who's committed, committed to sticking around with the game. And
I would agree.
And on that note of clan capital, I don't know if I said this at the beginning, but for those of you who may not know Armchair General, you've been a co-leader in my clans in some way or another since like before the internet was invented. So like, tell me,
yeah,
like people ask
it's true.
People ask about the history of things. So like, give us the history of the clan in a nutshell, and how's it been for you by being a co-leader? Like, what's kind of the same question for the game, but now with the clan.
Yeah, well, people are much more dynamic, aren't they? And we have had some. First of all, I'll say this: we have made some great friendships through this silly little game called Clash of Clans, and that has always struck me as such a, I don't know, just a unique thing about this game.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started, you were in Boston Tea Party, which was primarily like a war-focused, competition-focused clan.
Mm-hmm.
And we were kind of languishing in Knights of Zion because the leader then, I can't remember his name.
Black Moon.
But yes, great guy.
Forever ago, man.
It was forever ago. But we sort of went through that. Oh, Klaus, please mention the clan name in your YouTube videos so that we could get members. And then we got members to where we were busting at the seams and had to branch out in some of our event clans. And it just sort of took on a life of its own. You stay around long enough and you start to figure out who your clan is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some clans, they immediately know we're a war clan. This is what we do. This is all we do.
Mm-hmm.
I think the competition side has backed way off from what it was. And maybe it's just because I don't, pay attention to that side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we learned pretty early on that we are a farming clan that likes to war.
Yes, we're farming clan first, not a war clan. We tried, man.
Right.
We tried hard to be a war clan.
We did.
And then we decided we're not going to try that hard.
Yeah. Right. Well, and we talked about it earlier too, sort of the progression of our clan followed the progression of the game. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we were playing, especially back in the old days, it was all about, people were on all the time because you had to farm, you had to get your upgrades done, make sure your heroes are up for war, right? And then you start getting all these bonuses, and people don't log in as much, or they don't uh, like take war as seriously, if I can say that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's who we are.
Sure. Yeah.
We're a farming clan that likes to war. We've always said, if you're in war, do your best, don't miss attacks. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's really a game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've gathered a bunch of people who feel the same, who enjoy the game for what it is, who enjoy the people, and the times that we can connect and the times that we can't connect. We still, enjoy the game and enjoy being in the same clan together.
Absolutely. And I think that knowing some things that I can't say out loud right now, we're going to see some pretty, what's the best way to put this? We have some good things coming to the clan. Knights of Zion is going to be a different place very soon. And I'm very excited about it. More on that in the future. But what we do know is that, guys, if you're watching and if you want to be in a good clan and you're a good, higher level account, then join our clan. I mean, go to the link in the description to the Discord server. I'm associated with a bunch of clans. Obviously, Knights of Zion's our main clan. That's where Armchair General here is the co-leader / Godfather. And we'd love to have you. So go to the Discord server and come join us. One more quick question. So you've been watching the channel off and on for a long time. So same question about the channel, maybe a little more the Cliff's notes here. I think maybe the better question would be like, what was your favorite? Ooh, okay, here's a simple question. What was your favorite series on the channel?
For me, it was the Let's Plays. And that's just because I was one of those. I'm an older player. I'm not shy about saying that. I'm in my 50s. And so for me, when I started the game, it was like, they don't give you like an instruction manual and say, do this, do this, do that. YouTube was still new to me then too. So I guess that's probably showing my age as well. So really for me, it was the Let's Plays, because as you were progressing through those, I was progressing as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was my favorite series. My other one was Fix That Rush.
Yes.
Because that was another like huge change of mindset, right? Remember when everybody was all up in arms about engineered bases and rushed this and you shouldn't do that? And it's sort of brought to light where, most of us older players from our clan, we were so anti-rushing,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We were almost maniacal about it.
Uh-huh.
And that just sort of brought it to the forefront of saying, hey, there are clans out there who doesn't have the caliber of player that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And if they want these higher level troops, they don't have a choice but to do this.
Right.
So anyway, I thought that was a great series too.
Fix That Rush, bro. That goes way back.
Fix That Rush. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like, gosh. And if you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. The episode 1 is hilarious, but I think that video, I don't want to guess on numbers. It's got lots of views. It's very popular. And that was what really like skyrocketed my channel from, obscurity to mainstream, was that series. And then shortly after that, Supercell caught wind of my channel and invited me to Finland, and I ended up casting for them for a couple of years during their live stream. So it was really Fix That Rush that did that. So I look fondly on that for sure.
I think the content of your videos have spoke volumes to that. In the fact that you're just, hope you don't mind me saying this.
No,
you're
go
just
ahead.
a regular guy,
yeah,
having fun with the game, and helping others enjoy it too.
That's always been my goal.
So, because of that, I think people just naturally want to watch your videos.
When you first start playing the game, you're craving content, and then maybe you get stuck on a couple and then you stay. Maybe that's what a lot of people do. I know I do that.
Sure.
But the fact that, you know, my viewership has been very consistent throughout these years has been a huge blessing. You guys have, you know, afforded me the ability to do this full time. And obviously I've done stuff on the side, but that's more like
Sure.
for fun. It's always for fun. And yeah, man, I appreciate the compliment. That really touches me. I was halfway expecting you to be like, remember when you made us a pushing clan? I wanted to punch you in the nose. I expected that. I was
No.
ready. I was ready.
Yeah. I had totally forgot about that.
Well, good. That's
But
good.
now
That's a
that
good
you
thing.
bring it up, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
By the way, guys, I did just look it up. The first episode of Fix That Rush, which was 6 years ago. ACG, 6 years ago.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, that's what it's saying. 6 years ago. It is just a few hundred views under 900,000 views.
Man, I'm old.
I am too. That is wild, man. So that
is wild.
I'll put a link in the description to episode 1 of Fix That Rush in case you guys haven't seen it. The game's very different now. You guys might not be able to relate because it is very different, but it's a fun series.
It is, yeah.
It was a good time.
It was fun.
75 episodes or something like that. It's good
Yeah.
times. So, man,
Yeah.
I don't know how helpful this video was in answering questions. I feel like we were just talking. I'm sure a lot of people found it fun. Is there anything that you would like to finish on before we call it a day?
No, I think it's always great talking to you. It's fun to reminisce about the quote unquote old days. And I'm excited for your channel with Malachi and the changes that you had alluded to but will not share yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited to see where the game goes from here.
I know on good authority, I know that things in the clan are about to get crazy, and also we all know about Builder Base, the crazy stuff that's going to happen there. So
yeah,
a lot of cool stuff happening. I think 2023 will be a good year, and I'm looking forward to it. So far, it's been good.
Looking forward to it. Absolutely. Yeah.
Right on, man. Well, thank you so much, ACG, for just chilling with me for a little while. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said at the beginning or in the middle somewhere, or maybe I didn't say it. I don't think I said it. Like the video and subscribe. Join the Klaus family. Ring the bell for notifications. Blah, 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 blah. Hope you enjoyed the replays, and we'll see you next time.